I don't own a chimp for a number of reasons, but one of them is I don't like dealing with fecal matter. Hello, welcome to Wikifiends. I'm your host, Joe.
I'm David.
And we're the Wikifiends. We're going to be reading you some Wikipedia articles and giving you our opinions on them. And we have a special guest today, my friend Michelle.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. And you're an animal vet?
Veterinary technician.
Okay. So is that like a physician's assistant but for animals?
Well, they're thinking about changing the name in North America to veterinary nurse.
Mm-hmm. So is it more like a...
Well, it depends on what state you live in. Like in Pennsylvania, it's like certified. In New York State, it's licensed. Other states, it's registered. So they're trying to just like combine it all into one name.
But you can pretty much do like pretty much what a vet does, right? But it's like a different...
Well, the veterinarian's a doctor, so I basically do I take x-rays, do anesthesia, blood work, administer medications, blood transfusions. It's like a jack of all trades.
Well, it's kind of like a paralegal. It's like you do all the shit for the lawyer, and the lawyer gets to do the big calls. But
they do, yeah. They do all the paperwork.
Right.
And surgery.
Yeah, that seems like a surgeon is like a special doctor. And then I guess there's a regular... I don't know how medicine works.
There are specialists, in the field. And, some of them only do surgery.
Is it pretty much general veterinary practice, or do you have a specialize in birds or anything, or AV? What is that? I thought there was a term for that.
Well, I mainly specialize in emergency medicine.
I see.
So if a dog has a big bone in its throat.
Yep.
All right. Well, the reason I brought this up is because today on the show we're going to be talking about animals.
Go ahead, Joe.
Let's jump into our first one, Bubbles. Are you guys familiar with Bubbles?
Is that a monkey? Or chimpanzee? I'm sorry.
Oh, Tippin, you committed an animal faux pas, I believe.
I know.
Yes. Yeah, it's a chimpanzee. Bubbles, born in 1983, is known for being the one-time pet of American recording artist Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Who bought the primate from a Texas research facility in the early 1980s. The animal was a frequent travel companion to the singer, whose attachment to the animal led to media mockery and, among other factors, to a public perception of Jackson as an eccentric. During the Bad World Tour, for example, Jackson brought Bubbles with him to Japan, where they both drank tea with the mayor of Osaka.
I thought Bubbles was that monkey that attacked that woman. Do you remember that story?
No, that's Travis. Of course I remember. That's from my town.
Yeah.
That story was fucking crazy. I thought for sure that this is who this was.
I just talked to the cop that shot the chimp about my moped the other day.
You said his name was Travis?
The chimp's name is Travis. The cop's name is Frank.
Right. I personally prefer it. Wait, what?
No, I was going to say I'm not big into cops, but he's a pretty nice guy, so... What were you going to say about Travis?
No, I like it when animals have like just a human's name, like Travis or like Joel, as opposed to like Bubbles or something. Like,
Yeah,
I think
like
it's funnier.
Mr. Snuggles.
Oh yeah, Mr. Kitty Cat or something. Like, should
Yeah.
we just name him Kyle? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Bubbles was initially kept at the Jackson family's home in Encino, Los Angeles, but was moved to Neverland Ranch in 1988. There he slept in a crib in Jackson's bedroom, used the singer's toilet, and ate candy in the Neverland movie theater. By 2003, like many captive chimpanzees, Bubbles had matured into a large and aggressive adult chimp, unsuitable as a companion animal. He was sent to an animal trainer, and the trainer closed his operation in 2004, and Bubbles was moved to Center for Great Apes, a sanctuary in Florida, where he's been since 2005.
At least he made it out alive.
Oh yeah, he's still kicking.
That's good.
He's got Jackson beat. Bubbles was born in Austin, Texas, at a facility that bred primates for animal testing. It doesn't say how he came initially. Jackson got a hold of Bubbles, but it's not important anyways. And it goes on to say, Bubbles was kept at the Jackson family's Encino home until 1998, until Jackson brought him to Neverland Ranch. Like I said, Bubbles slept in a crib in Jackson's bedroom. He was fed at the dining table, wore a diaper, and relieved himself in Jackson's personal toilet. At Jackson's 2005 People v. Jackson trial, jurors learned from a videotaped interview with the singer that his several chimpanzees would help him with housekeeping chores. They run around, help me clean the room. They help me dust, clean the window, the singer stated. At the same trial, Jackson's maid testifies that they were not impressed with the behavior of various chimpanzees that the singer had kept over the years. One housekeeper told of how she had to clean up the droppings of one of the chimpanzees after it had hurled its feces at the bedroom wall. Another maid described a chimpanzee called Max tearing off his diaper before crawling into Jackson's bed. Ugh.
Whose idea was it to dress them in diapers? Like, it's just encouraging, like, fecal mischief. Like,
well, I guess, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't own a chimp for a number of reasons, but one of them is I don't like dealing with fecal matter. So either way, it seems like you've either got to clean the monkey or you've got to teach it not to shit in your house, but in a toilet.
I mean, is that like standard procedure for a suburban chimp to wear a diaper? Like, I guess it is. Like,
Michelle, could you help us out? Is that standard for people that own chimps?
Well, I think there's two things going on. They're trying to make these chimpanzees like babies, like humans.
Yes.
And the thing is, they mature. Once they're sexually mature, they go crazy, and they're still trying to keep it in diapers. I mean, I don't know. It's not a good situation. So I have seen people with like smaller, like marmosets and like fucking monkeys in diapers. So I don't know.
How about the macaque? That's a monkey, right?
A macaque?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be in a diaper?
Probably. People are nuts.
well, isn't it like, I could see from the owner's perspective. Well, from the owner's perspective, making your monkey wear a diaper makes sense because, like, it's easy to clean up their shit. But I imagine the monkeys don't like it. Like, it is kind of like, I mean, well, they don't know it's infantilization, but you know what I mean? They might not, that might make them
You mean
misbehave.
they would prefer to go to the bathroom where they please?
Yeah.
It's just like, they don't want to soil themselves. Like, no animal wants to sit in their own feces. It's like
Exactly.
asshole to get rid of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that for myself, so I wouldn't want to subject an animal to that.
Right, that's why he threw the diaper against the wall and made the maid clean it up.
Right. It's not like they had a habitat where they could be El Naturel. Like, they're running around a mansion. Like, yo, get a diaper on these guys. Like, you know.
Right? Just trying to make them more like people.
Yeah. It's like, right, exactly.
All right, I'm going to continue. The late 1980s were a busy period for the primate. Jackson took Bubbles on outings and would often talk to him. According to reports, the singer later showed the chimpanzee how to moonwalk. The animal, who had an agent, was also rumored to have his own bodyguard.
That seems apocryphal. I don't know if I believe that.
Bubbles sat in for the recording of the Bad album. Jackson had insisted that the chimpanzee and his pet snake attend as spectators and accompanied Jackson for the filming of the Bad music video. That's kind of weird to be like demand that your chimp attend, and then people agree, and then you go, well, I also want my snake there.
Like, I'm sure the snake cares.
You can imagine Bubbles may have cared more, but I find it hard to believe that a snake would care either way.
Right.
And it said on his Bad World tour, he had a visit with the mayor of Osaka, Yasushi Oshima. There, the chimpanzee drank Japanese green tea while seated quietly next to Jackson. Afterward, Oshima commented that he and his fellow officials were surprised at the chimpanzee, but we understand he is Michael's good friend. Now it says here, this is also a funny line. Around this time, Bubbles and his owner were photographed by Kenny Rogers for his book, Your Friends and Mine. The photo shows Bubbles being held on the entertainer's hip and has been cited as one of the best taken of Jackson. That's funny.
It's just arm candy, essentially.
It's funny that they'd have it in Wikipedia that's like, this is the best one of it's very subjective.
On whose fucking opinion? Like,
there is a like a citation needed thing, and it says by whom. Now, all right, Bubbles relocated. 2003, Bubbles relocated. According to CNN, the chimpanzee would be visited by Jackson and his children, who also played with the other animals while at the California ranch. He still acts like a kid around them, Dunn added, referring to the musician. Now it says here, on June 25th, 2009, Jackson died at the age of 50, suffering a cardiac arrest. News organizations reported that Bubbles was not brought to the singer's memorial service, but instead stayed at the Center for Great Apes. It has not been revealed whether Jackson left money to support Bubbles, whose care to date has been paid for from public donations.
What?
And I guess. I mean, I guess it's like an animal sanctuary that's paid for, like it's like a charity type.
Oh, he's better at the Great Ape Society, probably, though, than...
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, that just could be like a thing where it's none of his private financial things are disclosed. But according to animal trainer Dunn, the chimpanzee would miss Jackson. Bubbles definitely missed him when they parted and will miss him now. Chimpanzees are intelligent. They remember people and stuff. Bubbles and Michael were close friends and playmates. The last time Michael visited, Bubbles definitely recognized and remembered him. He revealed that Bubbles was thought of by the singer as his first child, and added that he hoped Jackson's children would keep in touch with their stepbrother following their father's death. In 2010, LaToya visited Bubble at the Center for Great Apes in Florida. All right, so that's the bulk of the article. It's pretty funny, though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Do you have any interesting insight into this, Michelle?
well, he better be, like, contributing to that sanctuary. I mean, chimpanzees live to be, like, they can live to be 50-some years old, too. So, it's pretty sad if he's just dumped there and, you know, other people have to take care of him. Everything costs money.
Yeah.
It seems like you really had, like, this whole menagerie of, like, animals. Like, is that, like, I wonder if that's, like, a celebrity thing or just, like, I imagine a lot of people just do that. Some people, it's kind of like animal hoarding.
Michelle is correct. Hopefully Jackson did donate funds to that ape thing. Michelle, do you have any recommendations to people considering getting a chimpanzee as a pet?
Yeah, don't do it. Saw many films about when they get sexually matured. There was like a case with a husband and wife like in the 70s or something that got a little baby chimpanzee, and once it becomes sexually mature, it tried to like physically hurt and rape the woman.
Oh my God.
Get rid of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He got really aggressive. And like that case that happened, you know, out your way with the woman who got attacked by the chimpanzee.
Yeah, it tore her face off.
Yeah, they go straight for the eyes and the genitals.
Oh.
That's how they fight.
Before that, I always thought it would be very easy to fight an ape or to fight a chimpanzee, but it seems like it seems like you would need a gun.
Yeah, they say their grip, like their arm strength and hand strength, is 10 times stronger than ours. So when they stick their fingers into your eye sockets, they can just rip your face right off.
Ugh.
Fuck.
Now, can you name any sort of action hero, like movie stars, that would be capable of fighting a fully matured chimpanzee?
What about Sonny Chiba, maybe?
No, he's old, and he would probably need a sword. I mean, like a The Rock, for instance, or possibly a I don't know, who's hot now.
It's too many factors. Catch him either on a good day. The Rock might get his ass handed to him. You know.
Yeah, I always thought it would be because they're much shorter than humans, so I figured it would be easier to just sort of like kick them and stuff.
Right.
But it seems like I wouldn't want to go up against one unless I, at the very least, had some sort of machete. All right, well, Dave, what's your next article?
Okay, I do really want to get your opinion on this, Michelle, because this is something I've always wondered about. I thought these were like, actually John introduced me to these. I really think these are interesting. A Ratking. Have you guys ever heard of this?
Of course.
A what?
It's a rat king, like monarch king.
Oh yeah. I actually have a drawing of a rat king. I did.
Ooh, yes. Well, that's good. Everybody knows. Well, I'll be quick about this then. It's a number of rats entwined at their tails, stuck together with blood, dirt, lice, ice, horsehair, feces, or simply knotted. The animals reputedly grow together when joined at the tails. The numbers of rats joined together may vary, but rat kings form naturally from a large number of rats occur more rarely. The phenomenon is associated with Germany, which many have produced the majority of the reported instances. Historically, various superstitions surround them, and they are often seen as a bad omen, especially associated with plagues. So, yeah. What do you guys know about them?
Well, I was reading recently, and it seems like they could be like a folklore and not really found in nature.
I think it could happen.
You do? Or like it could have been manufactured.
I think the issue, because like from what I've read about like the plague era and there being so many rats, like what if they were all in such close quarters, like they were trapped somewhere and they're just like defecating on each other, running around, and it gets so impacted that their tails just get all stuck together.
Do you think it'd be possible to make them?
That would be horrible.
But theoretically, that's what me and John used to joke about. That like a mad scientist who made like rat kings. Like I imagine you need like a cesspool, like you know.
Yeah, it's probably gonna smell horrible.
Right. You essentially just have to like be horrible.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know if it could happen because I know when, like, if an animal's part of their body is injured, they'll just chew it off. So I feel like they would just chew off their own tails and free themselves.
It's so gross.
Or there's like no way it could function as like an organism, right? Like they would all just die. Like they couldn't move around and eat and shit, you know? Like
yeah, or they start eating each other maybe.
Right. Like it wouldn't be like a thing. It'd be just like it's like a clusterfuck. It's not like it's this item that all the rats will attack you at once or something. You know what I mean? Like,
or I think maybe when like there was like a rat killer, they would just like collect them on those sticks. Have you seen like they have the poles and they have rats hanging down from them? Like they have pictures of people walking the streets with like rats hanging. So maybe they would tie their tails together to collect all the rats once they were dead.
Oh, I see. So it gives the impression like, oh, look this is how we found them. Like, right?
Yeah.
You know. I see. That's interesting. That's totally probably true.
It seems like it might be fun to be a rat killer.
Rat catcher, that old obsolete profession.
I don't particularly have any interest in catching rats, but it seems like if that was your job to possibly shoot rats with some sort of implement, that would be fun.
What?
Well, it's just like a varmint hunter.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, all right. So there's some historical instances of rat kings. You want to hear those before I wrap this up?
Yeah, sure.
All right. The earliest reportings of them comes from 1564. Viewed historically as a bad omen. The phenomenon may have diminished when the brown rat displaced the black rat in the 18th century. Sightings have been sporadic in the modern era. Most recently comes from an Estonian farmer's discovery in 2016 or January 16, 2005. 2005.
Oh, okay. That's still pretty recent, though.
In Estonia, yeah. Blah 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 blah. Let me see. There's the ones, they have one in Germany at a museum, a mummified one. Alcohol preserved ones are found in museums in Hamburg, Hamelin, and Stuttgart. They estimate only about 35 to 50 have been found. And those are probably, like you're saying, they're probably made. There's some other ones. In Bangor, Java, a rat king of 10 field mice was found. Similar attachments have been reported in other species. In April 1929, a group of forest mice was reported in Holstein, Germany. And in 2013, a squirrel king of 6 living squirrels was found in Saskatchewan and was separated actually by veterinarians. That's kind of it. And that was in 2013. Jesus.
Squirrels, though, that's interesting.
The squirrel one's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's not as intimidating like a squirrel king. It sounds cuter.
My grandfather always said that squirrels were rats with fluffy tails.
Well, they're rodents.
Well, it was his.
Right.
It was his justification for shooting them.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they're both nuisance animals.
I like squirrels though. I think they're cute, and I guess I don't mind rats either, as long as they're not like if they're pet rats, I don't have a problem with that. But like if they're like a dirty jump out at you rat, that seems creepy.
If they're covered in feces and biting you, I don't like them.
Well, I wouldn't like a pet rat covered in feces, but I don't want a creepy rat jumping at me. How about you, Michelle? Where do you fall on the rat in regards to rats?
Well, I had a pet mouse growing up, and it was domesticated.
Mm-hmm.
I tried saving a baby mouse, but it died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had a rat run over my foot in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Were you living in Brooklyn at one point?
No. I was just walking. It was nighttime, and I was like, I felt it, like the pressure, like it was big.
That's gross.
Yeah, all those New York pests are very gross, like the giant roaches.
No, there's like certain, like neighborhoods at night. They're just everywhere on the street, and just like, fuck this. Like,
yeah, it seems like, in my opinion, they should get a little more lax on pellet guns in the city, but I don't think that's going to happen.
wait, so Michelle, you said you drew one of these before. Where did you I don't even know where the fuck. I think my friend showed me this. Where did you hear about this, or did you just?
Oh, just from the plague era, just imagery.
Oh
from,
yeah.
Illustrations of the plague era. It's pretty cool.
No, I love all that shit too.
Well, my next article is Osama Bin Laden. Are you guys familiar with Osama Bin Laden?
Did somebody name an animal that?
Osama Bin Laden, named after the infamous elusive terrorist, was a rogue bull elephant responsible for at least 27 deaths and destruction of property in the jungled Sonitpur district of the Indian state of Assam. After a 2-year rampage from 2004 to 2006, an elephant was eventually shot, but some were doubtful that the right animal was killed. I guess that's sort of like the real Osama Bin Laden. No, that's a little joke. So it says here, Osama Bin Laden was a rogue bull elephant active in Indian state of Assam, named after the terrorist, Osama Bin Laden. At the time of the attacks, the elephant was thought to be between 45 to 50 years old. He measured between 9 and 10 feet tall. The elephant was said not to fear firecrackers or fire. During his attacks, he killed 27 people, including 14 over the course of 6 months prior to his death.
Jeez.
Now, in the area near the state capital, I guess the province where this was located, there is a population of 5,300 Asiatic elephants. It says Indian officials issued a shoot-to-kill directive in mid-December 2006 with a deadline of the end of the month. On the 18th of December, it was announced that the elephant had been tracked to a tea plantation near Bahali, a town of 90 miles northwest of Guwahati. Local villagers used drums and fire to trap the elephant in the corner of the plantation. He was killed by hunter Dipin Fukan. However, once the elephant realized what was about to happen, he charged the hunter, who killed him as he rapidly approached. Fukan said, "It was charging towards me and I kept firing. Another few yards it would have run over me." It had been identified as Osama bin Laden as it had no tusks. However, officials were concerned that it was not the right elephant, with the death taking place a considerable distance, 50 miles from where he had last been seen previously. Forestry officials were accused of killing an innocent elephant, while conservation groups were concerned about the possibility of revenge attacks by other elephants of the same herd. This is a real like a feud. It seems like it could turn into a real turf war.
Crazy. That's sad.
Yeah.
It is sad, especially if it was an innocent elephant.
They're all innocent.
Well, it seems like the elephant, the real Osama bin Laden elephant, it seems like he was definitely guilty of stone cold murder. Cold-blooded murder? I guess not really, but no, it is. It is not. It's not a funny thing.
Well, like, it's fucking weird, like, that they're actually worried, oh, we may have killed an innocent elephant. The other elephants are going to retaliate? Like, I knew they were intelligent, but that's, like, ridiculous. Like,
Is that surprising to you, Michelle?
Well, they've been doing these studies in African with African elephants that, since they hunt them for their tusks, that, the males are shooed away from the herd once they're, like, sexually mature, so the males wander by themselves, and then they find other males to hang out with, so then you have the females with the babies. So they said what's happening is all the males are getting, killed for their tusks. And so all these juvenile male elephants, when they get kicked out of the mom herd, they, like, have no elders to tell them how to act, and they go crazy. So there's, like, videos of, like, African elephants, like, humping, like, random other animals, like hippos and stuff.
Oh.
And terrorizing people because they don't know how to act.
That's not good.
it's really like fatherhood. It's like fatherhood is that important to elephants? Like, I had no fucking idea. Like, that's part of, like, their, like, maturity process. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
they're social and they're way too smart. So I could kind of see them doing the revenge thing.
Now let me ask you this though. It says there's the possibility of the revenge attacks, but would that only be because an innocent elephant would killed? Would they be able to recognize that the guilty elephant, if it was the guilty elephant, would they have revenge attacks would they acknowledge the fact that the real Osama bin Laden was a murderer? Yeah, would they go like, Osama bin Laden, he had it coming.
Why did they're like, oh, that one didn't have tusks. What happened to the tusks?
I don't know. Maybe someone cut the tusks off.
Yeah, maybe that's why he was so mad.
It's very possible.
Wait. So Osama bin Laden, the murderous elephant, had no tusks, but the one they killed did have them?
No, the one they killed didn't have tusks either.
It didn't have tusks either, just like Osama.
Neither had tusks, but it's possible that they just found one that didn't have tusks and said, well, that's Osama bin Laden.
Oh, I see. So they're like trying to pass off.
It seems like it's
body.
possible the real Osama bin Laden could still be out in the jungle somewhere.
Right.
Hiding in a cave somewhere.
Yeah. I like also what?
I'd imagine if Osama bin Laden was a part of an elephant tribe, they would probably want to get revenge if he was killed. But if he's out there by himself and nobody likes him anyway, probably free reign. Like,
yeah. I like how also there's like a little like a box, in the upper right hand corner that has like his stats, like his height and his weight. And then at the bottom, it says named after Osama bin Laden, and there's a link to the real Osama bin Laden.
God.
It's a very good page. It's a very good Wikipedia
thorough
page. Yeah. All right, Dave. What's your next one?
All right, I'll just do a quick one. The Twilight Bark, sometimes known as Twilight Barking. This refers to an often noted behavior in domestic dogs of exchanging barks and howls across long distances, typically in the quiet hours of early evening. The term Twilight Bark was coined by author Dudie Smith for her 1956 children's book 101 Dalmatians, and the phenomenon figures prominently as a plot device in the book and in the animated Disney movie. So, Twilight Barking.
Oh, that's interesting. The 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, when you first said it, I was going to say, oh, like in 101 Dalmatians, but...
Oh, really? I didn't realize that was such an important part of that. I forgot.
Well, I remember that scene specifically where the dogs were letting other dogs know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Do you... Now, this reminds me, do you have a favorite 101 Dalmatians song?
Song?
Yeah. Mine would be Cruella de Vil.
Oh, her intro song?
This song it's the song that the guy writes.
On the piano?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sings a song on a piano.
That's right.
I think also the thing was like he was a songwriter and that became his big hit.
Did she have a song? Like, I'm gonna make these dogs into a coat or some shit? Like, I thought like she did, but maybe not. Like,
well, I think you might be thinking of the Simpsons episode.
Right. Be my guest. See my vest, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a Beauty and the Beast song.
Yeah, Be My Guest. That's right.
Are you talking about The Simpsons?
Yeah, there's the Simpsons episode where they have all those greyhounds, all the greyhound puppies, and Mr. Burns steals them to make a tuxedo out of them. And he sings a song about it to the tune of Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. See my vest, it's real gorilla chest.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, yeah.
No,
I like that's like a funny like character. Like, I'll make clothes out of anything. Like, it's good fodder, good villain.
It's a really good also it's like a low stakes evil act. It's not like blowing up a building. It's just like killing dogs and using their coats for clothes, which people have done, I guess.
It's objectifying animal life. That's like their big crime, but like that's not quite as bad as human life, I guess. Like, is the thing.
Yeah, it's not. People like dogs, so it's not really like socially accepted to kill dogs for clothes here in America. Maybe other places it's okay.
Where did Cruella de Vil get all that money from? Was it from dog clothing, or was she I'm just gonna make dog clothing?
I don't know, but she had that big fur coat. I think she was in fashion, maybe.
Yeah, like she's like an heiress, like a fashionista heiress, right? Like, you know what I mean?
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't remember.
That'd be interesting if she is just this huge unethical businesswoman. That's like an extra layer to that character,
Hey, I'm so rich. I'm gonna make clothing out of dogs.
Out of baby animals, right? Right? Like that's.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, people still wear fur, and that's people don't like that.
That's right.
Yeah, they still do make coats out of dogs right now. So.
Ugh.
Right.
But not in America, right? In other...
No, it's America.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they say that it's exotic fur, but really it's just dog.
Oh, God. That's not good.
Yeah. It's pretty horrible.
Yes, this is a horrible topic.
Wait, it was supposed to be about dogs barking at the moon or something?
Yeah, no.
Dogs really do that?
Yeah. Is that true? Do you know, if there's any truth to... I feel like I've heard that, but maybe I'm just assigning.
Well, there's the thing where the wolf howls at the moon.
Yeah, like they communicate through howls, but I don't know domesticated dogs.
I mean, I guess you
This
hear
is why
them
we-
bark. You hear them barking at each other at night, you know. But I mean, that's just fucking around. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the premise holds up that dogs could communicate like a telephone game to tell that, you know, to tell one dog in a remote location that another dog is in trouble.
Well, do. I mean, they do. I mean, like, if a dog walks down the street here, I can tell because my neighbor's dog's gonna start barking. And then my dogs know that there's another dog walking down the street, and they want to bark at it.
It's like the dog internet, like.
I don't like all the noise. I'm much more of a cat man.
They make a lot of noise.
They do.
No, cats are much better. That's the official Wikifiends stance. Cats better than dogs.
Cats rule, dogs drool.
Well, I'm not gonna steal a line from Homeward Bound, but
Your team sassy.
all right. I'm team Sally Field in most regards. All right. Well, should we get on to the games?
Yeah, what you got?
You want me to go first?
I can go. You can go. What do you got?
I'll go first. I have a list of longest lived organisms. I'm going to be reading from like the animal section, and I'm going to read the animal and the name, and I want you guys to guess how old it is or was.
How old it could be, or
How old it is, or how old it was when it died. The first one, Cream Puff, a cat owned by Jake Perry in Austin, Texas. Cream Puff, the oldest cat ever recorded.
okay, is this the one that eats broccoli?
Yeah, it says bacon and eggs, asparagus, broccoli, and coffee with heavy cream.
I think, yeah, I've heard this.
It seems like you know how old the cat was, Michelle, but Dave, can you guess first?
Well, what's the average cat life length?
Oh, no cheating.
I'd say average cat, like, between 10 and 20 years.
10 and 20, and so this is the oldest cat. So I'm gonna say like 80.
Do you want to guess, Michelle?
An 80-year-old cat.
Was like 25? Did he live like 5
Yeah,
years
I'm thinking
extra?
like 25, 28. I'm gonna say 28. Let's just go crazy.
You're close, Michelle. She was 38 years old.
Shut up. 38?
Yeah.
It must have had no teeth.
I don't know. Well, apparently cats' teeth are. I was reading that they last much longer than humans because they have more enamel and they eat less sugar. They don't have sugar.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
That's what I was reading on Wikipedia about cats. I mean, I'm no vet, but I don't work with animals. I just have a cat, so I would say my cat's teeth are in much better shape than my teeth, but all right. And Dave, you're like, I say 18. I say 10 to 20 years, and then you take the high thing and multiply it by 4. I don't think that's going to work.
I don't know.
I mean, that's like if
Sometimes.
that's like if I say the average age of a person is 70 to 80, and then you multiply 80 by 4. It's not. I mean, it's very unlikely.
Yo, whatever.
You're gonna find someone that's what's that, like 300 years old?
Well,
Well, next time you get something wrong, I'm going to bust your balls about it. So there. What's the next one?
All right. Ah, shit! I just closed the tab. I gotta go into my history, and then backtrack. All right. The next one is Muja, an American alligator from Belgrade Zoo, considered to be the oldest alligator in the world.
Okay.
Still living right now.
Okay, alligator.
What's the alligator's average age?
I have no idea. Michelle, do you know?
Ooh, I'm gonna say the alligator is going to be. So it's a reptile. It's got to be up near 100. He's got to be like 80, 90 years old.
What do you say, Dave?
I thought that like some turtles are like fucking really old. I think like I'm gonna say smooth 100. Let's go with that.
It says here Muja is. It just says Muja is more than 80 years old, so it doesn't give a precise age.
Okay.
All right. The next one we have is Debbie the polar bear, an inhabitant of the Assiniboine Park Zoo in Winnipeg, Canada, was the oldest polar bear on record when she died in 2008. How old was she when she died?
50.
Yeah, I'll say I think older, 60.
She was 42.
Great.
All right. This is the big one. Adwaita, an Aldabra giant tortoise from Alipore Zoo, Kolkata, India, died in March 2006.
100. No, like 120.
Dave, can you guess how old?
I'll agree with that. I don't think it's like it's not like crazy, but it's like older like than a person almost. Like I'd say 120 sounds about right.
Died at an estimated age of 255.
Holy shit.
Sometimes I feel like the records are just lost on those, and they're like, well, it's gotta be
It
old.
was 200.
It seems like it has a pretty good provenance, though. Like it was given as a gift at one point.
Yep, you gotta put those in your will.
Yeah. Right. Is that the oldest one, like, of all these? Like
that's the oldest one
old.
listed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That we know of.
Yeah.
True.
There's a good single panel Charles Addams comic about someone observing an elderly tortoise on a beach, or maybe just a regular turtle, and it has graffitied on its shell Cleopatra plus Mark Antony.
Right.
I like Charles Addams. But it also has a list of other long-lived tortoises. One has died at 188, one at 175, one at 160. All right, the next one we have here, a blue and yellow macaw named Charlie. Still alive.
50.
I'm gonna say 80 or 90. No, 80.
Damn.
116.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
That's gotta be one annoying bird.
Yeah, those are those colorful parrots, right? Like.
All right. What do we have? All right. Let me see here. All right. The oldest living horse on record was named Old Billy. Old Billy was allegedly born in the year 1760 in London. Can you guess how old he was when he died?
40.
50.
Died at the age of 62.
Damn.
Is that for real?
That's what it says. All right.
Old Billy.
All right. Hanako, a koi fish.
Oof.
Oldest living koi fish.
I have no
30.
idea. 13, you said? I don't know. 20.
Dave, do you have a guess?
Yeah, I don't know about fish. I said 30.
Oh, you said 30. I didn't hear you.
I think he's 20.
He died at at the age of 226.
Whoa! Fuck.
A koi fish?
Yeah. Apparently they live long. There's a bunch of them that are.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, there's those people that breed them and they're like worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like, those are the only kind of fish that people get, like, fish surgery and stuff on because they're so valuable.
Wow.
There's, like, fish doctors.
I didn't even think about that. Like, that's crazy. Like, I mean, I remember I've heard about, like, bird specialists, but, like, a fish surgeon. It's like the fucking... That's
They
crazy.
do anesthesia on them. They just put the anesthetic in the water and it paralyzes them.
Wow.
It's a very niche profession.
Yeah. I mean, if one dies, then that's worth, like, what? Like, thousands of dollars.
Jesus Christ. I need the best fish surgeon for my koi. He's 200 fucking years old. Oh, man.
All right, I'll do one more. This isn't an animal, but I do like this one. A Great Basin bristlecone pine tree.
Oh, okay.
And I believe it's named Methuselah.
What is it?
Oh, that was the previous. It's a bristlecone pine tree, and it's in out west, like in California.
Oh.
So I bet that's super old. I'm going to say like 500.
Yeah.
Those trees.
Really old.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I guess it's not a bristlecone. The former oldest one was a ancient bristlecone pine. The new one is a Norway spruce in Sweden. I'm sorry. All right. First, guess how old the bristlecone pine is in California. Now we'll just go with the oldest one. Old Tjiko, a Norway spruce in Sweden.
How old?
Oh wait, just shouldn't count because it's a clonal tree. The clonal tree is 9,550 years old.
Oof.
Methuselah, I guess, which is an original tree, is 4,844 years old.
Oh my God.
So older than Jesus.
Well, that's some old ass trees, Joe.
I do like these old trees. Yeah, bristlecone pine.
All right.
All right.
You want to? Want to move on to the next game briefly, and I'll just run through.
I'll just throw in one for good measure. The oldest human.
How old?
Died in 1997. Can you guys guess?
Was she like one? What?
Her name is Jean Calment.
Yeah, it was a woman, right?
Yeah.
Was it like 130, 120?
Yeah, I think like 110 or something like that, right? It's like over 100, definitely.
Yes, definitely over 100. She died at 122.
22.
Yeah. And I read a thing about her. Apparently, she met Van Gogh. It was like, and she did not have kind things to say about him.
That's awesome.
And the oldest person still living is Susanna Mushat Jones. She was born July 6th, 1899.
Shit.
So she's as old as that bird Charlie.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I want to live for longer than any of these people or animals. I want to be older than that tree. I don't know if I can make it work, though. All right, what's your game, Dave?
All right, so I'm going to read off descriptions of dogs, and you have to guess what the breed is.
Are you good at this, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. It seems like you would be good at this.
It's like we're trying to identify, what it's like. It's an unidentified dog, and I'll just give you its stats. Weight, 100 pounds. Height, 24 inches. Coat is short and harsh. It's all white. It's a stocky, well-built, strong-looking dog with a large head and a muscular build. Its coat is short and generally smooth. It's a big drooler and generally a heavier dog with a short muzzle. It acts confident, social, and active.
Ooh. This is interesting to think about. Wait, a short coat?
Yes. Harsh.
You say it was white?
Yes, all white. Actually, it's generally smooth coat. It's short, generally smooth, all white.
All white dog.
Big drooler.
Yeah, the one I was thinking of had a long coat.
This is an easy one. This is a dog anybody. This is like a... It's not good if this is an easy one. I feel like there's things I could give away. But this is all just from Wikipedia's shit on its appearance. So.
Oh. Does it say what region it comes from?
It's American. It's an American breed.
Oh. Is it an American Bulldog?
Correct. Ding, ding, ding.
Those are 100. Those weigh 100 pounds.
Yeah.
It says between 70 and 120.
Yeah. I guess I'm better with region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that probably... Yeah, I could see that. All right, you ready for the next one?
Go for it.
We got a dog brought in. It's 75 pounds, 15 inches tall. It has a smooth, short, and close coat, and it's black, white, and tan. It's a tricolored dog. It's large, short, solid, and long, with a curved tail held high above its long back. It has hanging skin structure, which causes the face to look occasionally sad. It's friendly, outgoing, and playful.
I'm just thinking of tri-colored coat.
Yeah, that might be like a throw-off. It's friendly and outgoing. It's short. Has a long tail. Held high.
Well, it's curled, right?
Yeah. And I guess hanging skin structure. It causes its face to look sad.
Oh. Yeah, are we talking about Basset Hound?
Correct.
Oh, man.
They're not always friendly.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's an incorrect temperament then.
Yeah, I feel like it could go severely either way.
Okay. Yeah. No, the whole shit about it sometimes looks sad. It's kind of a dead giveaway, like the Basset Hound eyes thing, you know.
Yeah, they do look sad.
When does it look happy? Sometimes looks sad.
My cousin Sarah had a Basset Hound that was a pretty good dog.
They're kind of cute. I like them. All right. You ready for one? You ready for another one?
Go for it.
Okay. So, its height is 15 inches at the withers. So that means at its shoulders, right? It's 18 pounds. Yeah. Its coat is smooth with longer hair on the tail and face. Its color is mostly white with black and tan markings. This dog is sturdy, tough, and tenacious, and it exhibits a smooth and rough combination of coat, known as a broken coat. So it's longer hair at the tail and face. It's extremely intelligent, athletic, and fearless and vocal. Has a tendency to bore easily and will often create its own fun when left alone.
What color coat?
Mostly white with black and tan markings. It's a short dog, 15 inches.
You see, this is kind of hard because I'm trying to think of, that's the AKC probably standard of its coat.
Oh, is it Cocker Spaniel?
No.
It's probably meant to be groomed with a long hair on its face and tail.
Yeah, it's kind of an aesthetic thing, I think, yeah.
And it's got a long tail? Probably, if
no.
it's got long hair.
I actually don't have notes on its tail, but I think from what I remember, it's like medium length and it does stick up.
Is it a beagle?
Not a
They have all smooth hair, right?
Beagles, yes, I believe so.
I mean, mainly white. I'm thinking it's got to be a terrier.
Oh, is it Jack Russell? Jack Russell.
That's right, it's Jack Russell.
What? It's a terrier.
This dog is famous for being on both Frasier and Wishbone.
Because they come in different coats. Smooth coat, wired coat.
You were breaking it down logically as a terrier, though. Like, Joe just read that and said, oh yeah, Jack Russell.
I don't know dogs very well, so... And I figured you might pick a Frasier reference.
Well, I did. All right, you want to do one last one? Identify the dog? All right.
Pick a fun one.
Yeah, I want to find... All right. Weight, 120 pounds. Height, 30 inches. Color, black, with a white chest. Has naturally floppy triangular ears, a friendly nature, well disposed towards other dogs and other non-canine pets, and good with humans. It does generally not exhibit any extreme aggressiveness or high prey drive.
Black with a white belly?
I feel like the colors are messing up.
No, well, here's the... It's 30 inches
tall.
It's got to be like a Great Dane.
No, they're not. They're taller than 30 inches. They like...
What's your guess, Joe?
It's a black dog with a white belly.
Very well disposed.
Oh, God, I don't know dogs.
It's one you would know.
It weighs 100 and what pounds?
120.
120?
I don't know.
It's a Great Dane.
What? I thought those
It
were
is.
super tall.
It's its minimum height and weight. It's 30 and 120, but that is a Great Dane. So
Didn't I
If
say
you have-
Great
You did, but doesn't it, what's its average height? Its average
I
height
don't
is
know.
30 inches?
it says its minimum is 30 inches.
I
Well,
feel
what's
like they come in like 3 main colors, like fawn, black, harlequin.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It is a big thing about their colors. Harlequin is a big one.
30 inches is only 2.5 feet. That's not... Great Danes are way taller than that, right?
At its width, at its shoulders.
Oh, that's a good. It doesn't say at the withers. It just says minimum height 30 inches for male. Minimum female height's 28.
I mean, aren't they like 40... Wouldn't they be like 4 feet tall at the shoulders?
I mean, there's those ones that are like super big.
Yeah, the biggest one, this one Zeus, was 44 inches from paw to shoulder.
That's it?
Yeah,
I thought they were like giant, like almost...
that's pretty
guess I'm-
fucking big though.
It's not that big. It's not even 4 feet tall. I'm much taller than that.
If you're thinking of a horse,
No, I'm not thinking of a horse.
Yeah.
Thinking of a... I mean...
Man, you say that, but if you saw a Great Dane, a big ass one, you'd be like, "Fuck, that thing's big."
Well, how high would that come up to on your body? I thought they would come up to like your stomach. I guess that is 4 feet.
like an average Great Dane, I can just like stand there and rest my hand on it comfortably. Like, you don't need to bend over.
How high up a human body is their waist?
I don't know. Are they chest to chest? You mean
Like for me, I'm 5'9". Where would my my waist be? That'd be 3 feet.
I mean, his back's gonna be like above your hips.
Yeah, man.
I guess I wasn't. I guess I was thinking like I'm 5'9", so if it was 4 feet, I imagine like. I guess I wasn't doing it right.
Well, they're really long too.
No, I know, but it seems like standing there, it would be almost like you could ride it. Like it would be at riding height. I don't know. How about, can you do one that's really, I guess that is a really big one. How about, describe a Saint Bernard. I like those. They're funny.
Saint Bernards.
Yeah.
Big and hairy and slobbery.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this dog is very friendly and it stinks. Like, actually, they don't typically stink. They're just fucking big and sloppy.
I like the dogs with the smushed in faces. That's what I like.
Like pugs and shit.
I like pugs. I like the bulldog. I like the Saint Bernard. Remember when we saw that Saint Bernard in Florida?
I don't.
What?
Yeah, Dave and I went to Florida.
That sounds like a terrible place for a Saint Bernard. It's too hot.
It was at a hotel resort. I like that's part of the backstory of the show is that sometimes Dave and I take trips to hotels.
Right.
No, it's for business.
I can't find shit about Saint Bernards, but I can tell you that bulldogs, I believe I've been told, you need to wash their face with a toothbrush, like, because it gets dirty.
Ugh.
Yeah, you have to clean the folds.
Right, because they can't do it. Like,
Yeah, they'll get like yeast infections.
Ugh.
oh my god.
I'll stick with a cat.
Yeah, you need like $1 million to own one.
Oh my
They
god.
They can't even give birth naturally. It's all cesarean section because their heads and their bodies are so big.
That sucks. I did see a cute one with its head sticking out of the window of a car the other day. It seemed like a fun fun time it was having. All right, well, I guess the show's petering out.
No, we did good. We got like a good how long? Like a decent chunk actually.
Yeah, we went long on this one, I guess. Or we went average, I guess, on this one. All right, well, thanks for calling in, Michelle. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Nope.
I'll take this opportunity to plug Omega Land, a post-apocalyptic tarot deck available on Amazon. Check it out. And I guess Dave will plug his thing after. All right, well, thanks for calling in, Michelle. It was good to talk to you.
You too.
All right, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
If you love fast-paced battle card games and high fantasy, you may love David's Stay Wars Backstab. Romp with your friends through castles and dungeons. But watch your back. You can't trust anybody. Backstab is published by US Games. Now available on Amazon. Google Backstab card game today.